My name is Fatimah Islam. Today, I would like to present about my topic, which is can the current policy in undocumented immigrants in Malaysia be improved from Southeast Asia to South Asia to the Middle East to Africa. Malaysia has been a common destination for migrants because of its strategic positions. Many vulnerable and irregular migrants migrate to Malaysia for various reasons, such as to escape violence, persecutions, trafficking in people, and migrant smuggling is also a major problem in Malaysia, with immigrants frequently falling victim to shady recruiters who leave them stranded and without documentations. Estimates put the number of unauthorized migrants living at 2 to 4 million by the end of 2018. Indonesia, Nepal, Bangladesh, India, and Myanmar are the most common ASEAN countries for international workers. A total of 163,000 refugees and asylum seekers are registered with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, of which 142,000 are all from Myanmar, and the rest 21,890 come from different countries and areas. There is a vast disparity between policy aim and policy execution concerning Malaysian foreign worker policies. Ethnic-based affirmative actions programs have undermined attempts to increase the supply and demand of workers, resulting in an imbalance between the two. Today, I would like to persuade each of you that knowledge about the policy of undocumented immigrants should be improved. While, additionally, Malaysia is plagued by illegal immigration and human trafficking, with immigrants commonly falling prey to a dodgy recruiter who leaves them unable to get a proper papers, to escape violence, persecutions, and other offences in their original countries. Many needy and irregular migrants move to Malaysia. Malaysia is a popular choice for immigrants because of its strategic locations. Choosing a new location is influenced by a wide range of factors, including: number 1, career opportunities. Investing in workers' professionalism development helps business recruits and retain a great talent. Hence, more migrants searching for a better opportunities. Number 2, wages compensations. Differences are non-commentary variations among employment where higher or lower incomes are paid due to variance in the attractiveness of the work itself. For example, constructions pay more retail sales for this compensating discrepancy. Number 3, living standard. Several factors contribute to a person's standard of life, including money, amenities, and service. It's important to have a good standard of living since it's tough to improve one's overall well-being, and Malaysia has become a popular destination for those who are seeking a higher standard of living, from Southeast Asia to South Asia to the Middle East to Africa. Tough is not always accurate. This belief may serve as a driving force for a certain people to visit a particular location. After a lifetime of service and earnings, many retirees seek out warm weather, tranquil surrounding, and decent accommodations. As a result, these great locations become drawbacks too. It's not uncommon for individuals to choose local options over those located further away. The same goes for closer areas that thus far away in culture, political climate, and overall geography. To relocate it to an area with no prior familiarity is quite uncommon. In addition, racism and discrimination culture and political intolerance and persecutions of those who challenge the status quo are further cases. Malaysia. Larger migrants have occurred from time to time, resulting in population booms as the country's populations grew. So did the demands on the country's infrastructure and service. Immigrants moving to Malaysia confront many challenges, including obtaining work and accommodations, adapting to the new laws, culture practice, and potentially learning a new language. The integrations of newcomers into Malaysia society and appropriate assistance may be difficult tasks. Immigration does lead to an increase in the number of the people working in the economy. If immigrants are often low skilled and arrive in a huge number, this may major influence the labor supply in enormous amounts. Immigrants will cut the price of variables with perfect replacement and increase the price of variables because of they are complements in an economy that is close to immigration. Immigrations of unskilled employees into the host country will lower the wages of the production component. The effects on the other two aspects are questionable. This assumes that the host economy has both capital and unskilled and skilled workers. Employers will switch from use capital and skilled labor to unskilled employees due to the decrease in the unskilled pay by the flights in unskilled workers also implies that the optimum output is now bigger, and this can affect the late employers to utilize more of inputs. There are no disparities between native and non-native unskilled employees in closed economy. The wages of native unskilled employers will not be influenced by immigration flow if native and non-native workers are not alternative for each other. Many institutions such as housing, healthcare, and education may not handle the increased demand because of overcrowding. That might lead a rise of the cost of this service, making it more difficult everyone to afford them. Diversity has a detrimental impact on traditions and civilizations. As individuals are exposed to new methods of doing things, good habits may be lost. In certain cases, criminal activities rise or decrease due to the arrival of bad individuals. As a result of recent graduates move to other nations, the country of departure suffers greatly. There is a shortage of highly skilled individuals in many emerging nations, including physicians, nurses, and engineers. Children and those who rely on them suffer the most when their parents absent, since they are deprived of the psychological growth that comes with the excellent parenting. Due to the lack of parental supervision, many kids vulnerable to nefarious activities at a very young age. Yes, it's evident and clear from the knowledge we have gathered about undocumented immigrations. The current policy of undocumented immigrants can be and should be improved. In reaction to the increased number of illegal migrations, several nations are turning to border control measures such as blocking ports of entry. Border control policies and instruments may assist prevent illegal migrations, disrupting organizations, crime networks, and advocating for migrants. They are critically component in migration management, but they are not sole component. Government can treat immigrations holistically, taking advantage of its economic potential and considering its hazards and the factors that push individuals to leave their homelands. By implementing and adjusting the current policy, the undocumented immigrants rate will depreciate and less impact on Malaysia will be achieved. Urgent action need to implement an international recognized poverty line. Number 2, Income inequality must be considered as a policy in crucial areas such as education, healthcare, and the environment. Number 3, there should be a complete data transparency policy in Malaysia. Number 4, social protections measures are poorly integrated and extensively compartmentalized and often in effect replace them with a public welfare flow that reflects the International Labour Organization's methodology. Improved effective access and excellent educational and health service is urgently needed for Malaysia indigenous people who have a worse poverty rates in the country, and all encompassing a new of regulations must be put in place. Undocumented employees in particular, but not exclusively, are often exposed to grave infringement and their employment and other legal rights. A new strategy needed that recognizes the actual amount of foreign labor reliance, control working conditions more efficient, assures genuinely minimum pay, and compassionately serve workers and their families. These regulations are punishing instead of humiliating, wasting time and money. They should be allowed to work. Their kids should be attend public school and be entitled to public health care for themselves and their family members. There is an acknowledgement of the catastrophic impact of statelessness on people impacting and the Malaysian economy for those qualified for a Malaysian identity card, and the government should provide an accurate estimate of the number of Malaysians who are stateless and explain the factors that contribute to their plight. Migrations can be minimized and integrity preserved via regional collaborations. It may aid regional and international development objectives by enhancing human capital and guaranteeing long-term economic prosperity via sustainability development. In closing, migrations can be benefit both society and the migrants themselves. Second, labor market in Malaysia has a decrease in cost, and the increase in production compensate for the loss of certain local employees. But most importantly, the socio-economic well-being of migrants and society as a whole can only be advanced if countries adhere to global standards that respect, protect, and fulfill the human rights of all individuals on their territory, regardless of nationality, race, gender, religion, or status as a refugee or immigrant.